So my ninth message in the series, it's a very interesting topic as well. It's very relevant. Remember, our call is that all white people in Palestine claiming to be Jews are in fact invaders and they must leave. And our hashtag on Twitter or wherever you want to put it is invaders must leave Palestine. Today's series message is what you resist persists. This is actually quite a common saying, and it's very strange that what I say no to stays with me. The theory is that, anyway, let me get to the reading first. The reading says the phrase, what you resist persists, is a powerful concept that can help us understand the nature of life and how we can change our experiences. When we resist something, we give it more power and energy, and it becomes more prominent in our lives. I will repeat that. When we resist something, we give it more power and energy, and it becomes more prominent in our lives. At a glance, it may seem counteractive that resisting something can make it stronger. However, when we resist, we are putting our attention on what we don't want rather than what we do want. This means that we are focusing on the negative, which is like adding fuel to the fire. It's like trying to put out a fire by throwing gasoline on it. And why I say this topic is really relevant, the topic is that what you resist persists. And the reason I'm calling on us adopting the hashtag invaders must leave Palestine is that this is now a positive message. This is not resistance. This is what we want. This is our demand that all white people in Palestine calling themselves Jews do not belong there. They are actually, in fact, invaders and they must leave. Now, that is the opposite of the topic today, which insists that what we resist persists, that whatever we give energy to persists. Well, if this positive message that says all white people in Palestine calling themselves Jews must leave, if that persists, that is good. Because if that happens, then we get what we want. And that really is the only solution to the Palestine issue. And this really is the most important global issue at the moment. It is the issue that will not go away. It is the issue that a lot more people are spending time on. It is the issue we should all focus on, that Palestinians are suffering. Why are they suffering? They are suffering because they have invaders, people who came, took up their land by force, used the gun, and insist on claiming that land as theirs. The same people stole a story from the Bible and said, oh, this is our story. 3,000 years ago, God gave us this land. It is our land. No, these are not the original Jews. In fact, there were no people called Jews. These are the people in the time of Jesus were Judeans. Jews are followers of Judaism. Judaism did not exist at the time of Jesus, right? So these people have no right at all to Palestine. They are white people. There is no way a small country in the middle of brown people could be white. And 90-something% of the people claiming to want to own Palestine are white. It is impossible that such an occurrence could happen, that white people from Europe could suddenly appear in the middle of nowhere. We must have them expelled. They must be expelled. They must go. They must leave. Just the same way Mandela made a mistake. They shared, I think South Africa has about, is it 40% white people? That's a huge percentage. Maybe I've got it wrong, but it's a huge percentage. They should have been expelled the way they were expelled from India. Hardly any, you can't see any highlight of a white person in India. Hardly any in places like Kenya. There are a few, but minimal. The French also colonized Algeria. Hardly any white people are leaders in Algeria. In Kenya, hardly any white people are leaders. And that's the way it should remain. People must own their own land. They must lead their own land. Everyone has a right to govern or even to misgovern themselves. They will come up with their own solutions. And so these white people claiming to be Jews, coming to Palestine and claiming, oh, there was no one on this land. Oh, these people started to claim this land only after we developed it. Nonsense. The Jews were rejected over 103 years ago. They were promised long before Hamas came around that they would be dealt with one by one, no matter how long it took. That was a promise made over 100 years ago. Yeah, the Palestinians rejected these people. So you cannot say that the Palestinians started to claim Palestine after it was developed. That is nonsense. In any case, nobody wants anything to be left behind. They just want their land back. They had their land developed. They know how to deal with their own issues. In any case, the global community is ready and willing to help Palestinians resettle in their own land. But the Jews must all leave. I know there was a promise made by one of the Arab leaders that they will be faced with a battle of 1,000 bites. That means it will be a slow war that will drive the Jews crazy, that will force them to leave. In any case, the other day I read somewhere that 2 days ago, about 30,000 Jews left Israel on one day. That is the highest recorded since October 7th. They have realized that things are not going to be good. They have started leaving. And that is the way it should be. They should leave. They should leave at the earliest minute, Just leave. Go back to where you came from, or go back to Europe where you belong. Your cousins, your brothers, well, this time they've wanted you, so let them take you back. They're the ones who rejected you in the first place. And change your manners. Whatever it is you did for them to reject you, you must change. Because if you don't, they will still not appreciate your presence. But they seem to have forgotten. Let them take you back. Leave Palestine. Right? All those white people in Palestine claiming to be Jews, claiming Palestine to be their land, are imposters. They are invaders. Let them leave. Remember, our hashtag is invaders must leave Palestine.